All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And Shalom to the elect out there pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. And pretty much I'm doing a response to the other apostles video. As you see right here on the screen, Vocab Malone caught lying in a debate. And I know the apostle was doing a a response to Sakari, and it just goes back to, what we've been hearing about Vocab Malone. He says that the Edomites, they're done away with, going to Obadiah, into the book of Obadiah. But according to the prophecy and according to what is written in the scriptures, you can see that, in fact, Vocab Malone is lying. That according to prophecy, Esau Edom would have to be here in the last days, man. So, Lord willing, through the Spirit, I'm going to go through these prophecies and to this one prophecy I found and show how Vocab Malone doesn't know what he's talking about, man. That he doesn't know the scriptures. All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to start right here in Jeremiah chapter, Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14, it says, "Therefore, behold, the days cometh, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought out the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north." So, obviously, this has not happened yet, man. Even to this day, everybody always mentions the liberation of the Israelites that came out of Egypt. This is to this day still remembered, and it is said, right? So this is a future prophecy. So I'm gonna keep going. It says, "And from all the lands whither ye have driven them, and I will bring them again into their lands that I gave them unto their fathers," right? So keep in mind this land of the north, because this is going to be the great, an even greater deliverance than from what happened in Egypt, man. And what this is talking about is now, modern day, living in this captivity, living in North America, who the central power nation is found where today, in North America, which is the United States of America would be the central power nation that everyone deals with, man. Although you could see their kingdom is falling down, but at one point, America was that great city, man. And that's where we're going to get delivered from, the land of the north, right? So I'm going to keep going. It says, regardless, whether Vocab Malone believes in that, nevertheless, the scripture says that in the land of the north, the deliverance from the land of the north was going to be an even greater deliverance, right? So keeping that in mind, we jump to Jeremiah 3 and 18. "In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come out of the land of the north to the land that I had given for an inheritance unto your fathers." Right? So right here, this is actually talking, there goes that land of the north again. So it says, so right here, according to Jeremiah, in the land of the north, Judah and Israel we're gonna come together, because if anybody knows anything about the history between Judah and Israel, this is talking about when the kingdom is no longer divided. You could go to the book of see the First King or Second Kings. Israel and Judah were split from being one nation. So according to Jeremiah 3 and 14, it lets you know that the captivity the split between Judah and Israel, that's where they were going to come together. They shall come together. All right? Out of the land of the north. Right? This is going to be the deliverance that is greater than that of Egypt. So in this land of the north, you're going to have two things that happen. You're going to have a great deliverance, and you're going to have the unity of the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. All right? Right, I'm going to read verse 19. It says, But I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee... how shall I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land, goodly heritage, and host of nations? And I said, thou shalt call me... and I said, thou shalt call me my father, and thou shalt not turn away from me. Right? So this is actually talking about the last days, because we're not going to go off, man. So if we keep going to the actual prophecy that says that we're going to be united again, we go to Ezekiel 37 and 22. It says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided in two kingdoms anymore at all. So this is going to happen in the land of the north. We just read it in Jeremiah 3. So I'm going to keep going. What else is going to happen when we become that one nation? It says, neither shall they defile themselves with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places, neither shall wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them, and so shall they be my people, and I will be their God. It says, and David, my servant, commenting on verse 23, this lines up with Jeremiah 3:19. It says, they shall not turn away from me. So we're going to be in unity with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, seeking him. Okay? Verse 23. It says, neither shall they defile themselves. Oh, so like in read verse 24. It says, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall be one, and they all shall have one shepherd, and they shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Right? Which, on a side note, this here proves reincarnation, because the split happened after the death of Solomon. And how is it that when they come back together, David, Solomon's father, is going to be ruling over them? This is in the kingdom. We're going to have our king back, man. King David. Okay? But continuing on, chapter 25, it says, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Says verse 23, it says, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them. It says, my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their God, and they shall be my people, and the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, and when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And I just want to finish off the chapter so that I could prove what this is talking about, the last days, man. When Israel no longer goes off, and the last verse tops it, that the heathen are going to know that Yahweh is with Israel, man. That he sanctifies them, So where's this, everybody can be saved, man. You're going to have heathens in the kingdom, but they're going to be in under Israel, Israel is going to be over them. Nevertheless, I wanted to bring this out because it's basically talking about raising up the house of David, man. David's going to be ruling in that time. So this is talking about raising up the house of David, So I want to finish off with that one, and this is the point. This is Amos 9 and 11. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And then this is the point right here in verse 12. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom. You know, that's the point. That when the two kingdoms get back together, when these breaches from the house, the tabernacle of David, you know, are closed up, you know, when the house of Israel gets up again and gets right and are following the Most High and His Son, guess what? Look at what Amos says in verse 12. It says, you know, once that happens, it says that they may possess the remnant of Edom. That's prophecy. That's still yet to come, you know? And if you know, we'll keep reading to let you know that this is talking about the last days, man. So I'm going to keep reading. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper and the treader of grapes, him that soweth the seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit thereof. And I will plant them upon the land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord Yahweh thy power. So this is talking about the last days, man. The last captivity, the last deliverance. You know, because it's verse 15, it says, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land. You go back to Ezekiel 37, verse 26, it says, and moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. You know, this is what it's talking about, the same instances when we're going to be set up forever, man. Right? Regardless of you know, whether Vocab Malone believes that we're the true Israelites or not, the scriptures tell you that Israel was gonna after we're gonna cease from being split in the land of the north, and in that land of the north was gonna be the last captivity, right? And, according to right here Ezekiel 37, once they come back together, they're gonna have that everlasting peace. You go to Amos 9 and 15. It talks about that everlasting peace, but what does it have? What does it say in verse 11? After verse 11, once the house of David is built back up, it says that they're going to possess the remnant of Edom. You know, that's what's going to happen, regardless of whether Vocab Malone believes that we're the Hebrew Israelites or not. Hey, shit, we believe it, and that's all we need. All we need, man. But nevertheless, it's written in the scriptures that once the real Hebrew Israelites come together, that they're gonna get Edom for a possession. So how is it that the Edomites are done away with, man? This proves that this man does not know the scriptures, man. He's just out here being a joke, man, for everybody to see. You know, because you can't do nothing for the truth, nor against it before it, man. All right, and this actually lines up. Amos 9, 11, and 12 also lines up with it lines up with the second Esdras. The second Esdras chapter 6 verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so when Jake gets their shit together, Esau was going to be the last one ruling, you know. And according to Amos, we're gonna put them under subjection, man. We're gonna possess them, to seize, to occupy, to disposes, take possession of, inherit, you know, disinherit. You know, going off on that, man. Occupy, impoverish, be an heir, take possession, to inherit, to impoverish. We go to the Strongs, man. To occupy, to seize, to rob, to inherit. So I don't know where this guy thinks. I don't know what he's reading, man. Hey, man, at the end of everything, Esau Edom is going to be possessed, man. All right? They're not done away with. Vocab Malone, your ass got caught in the lie, man. So, with that, I hope the elect out there was edified. I want to end by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And shalom to the elect out there pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom and a baba ball.